a health food store owned by an impersonalist, guru, but his disciples. So I came, they follow the four regulative principles, so I came there, and I was interested, but everybody was going around like, if I just meditate enough, I'll realize I'm God. And just that part I really didn't like. Couldn't buy that. So then a devotee came, and he had enchanting, and I didn't speak much English at all. But at that time, I took the little pamphlet on chanting, and I was 19 years old, and I was constantly hungry, and that's suffering. And when I read the little pamphlet, all of a sudden, there was no hunger, and I thought, wow, I was looking for a spiritual master. I was reading all these books and like that, and I thought, this is the person that can make my mind clear and pacify my hunger, and give me answers, that I've never heard before. So then the devotee spoke to me more, Bhakti Hari Prabhu, and he said, remember Bhakti Hari Prabhu? And he said that, because I was studying to be a welfare worker, so he said that the greatest welfare is to distribute Krishna consciousness. So that really spoke to me. And because I was seeing so much suffering everywhere, and I thought, this world is so miserable. So if we can help it, and then that inspired me a lot. And the first 6 months I didn't do book distribution. I didn't go on Sankirtan. I would just serve the devotees, and I was feeling very loved and very protected in the association of the devotees, and I did all their laundry. And then one devotee told me, Gokulananda Prabhu, he said, tomorrow you have to go out. We had a Brahmacharini ashram that was a room that was about the size of this stage, and we were maybe a little smaller. And we were 6 of us like that, and it was separated by a curtain. So I ran behind that curtain, and I went, I don't want to leave the temple. But anyway, he encouraged me. And then I went out, and it was actually very wonderful. And it was difficult because, we had these big bags of books, and it was difficult because we were breaking ground. And they were putting us in jail, because they really didn't like the Hare Krishnas. Even if you were on Harinam, we had to watch out for the police. And we were just chanting. So we were breaking ground in consciousness, and the people didn't like it. But there was so much encouragement from Krishna inside. And then I was a Brahmacharini. I was a Brahmacharini for a long time. Nobody wanted to marry me. I don't blame them. I really don't. So what happened is that at one time I prayed to Krishna in Los Angeles that if I ever get married, that he can increase my sankirtan. And Krishna, I believe, when I did that prayer, I believe it made his ears real big. And then, actually, my husband was, I prayed to marry the Sankirtan leader. My husband was a Sankirtan leader at some point. And he took me out, because I hate driving, so he took me out on Sankirtan for 40 some years, right? Wow. He still does once in a while.
Lifelong Sankirtan partner.
And I want to say one more thing. That like right now, a lot of my time is passed in High Point in this wonderful family of Krishna Karuna Prabhu and his family. And Radhika, she, at the age of 11, 2 weeks ago, or 2-3 weeks ago, she went, her father was Advaita Yatra in Jagannath Puri. She went with her mother and her sister, door to door at Indians, and she distributed the first set of Srimad Bhagavatam. later, she went again and she distributed 2 sets in 1 year. So it's so encouraging to see that the next generation is also interested, because it is so, in the 7 purposes of ISKCON, you know, the most important thing is to spread the spiritual knowledge, as Srila Prabhupada has given, that the world is starving for. Okay, I think I'm finished.